Everybody, Laura here. So today I am wanting to try to make, I'm going to be doing some projects coming up. I'm making things for SlimCards here on YouTube, her challenge that she's got going on, which is the Hot in the City challenge. And so I will be doing some projects for that, and so there'll be separate videos because I'm not going to sit here and create all the things at once. So what I'm wanting to do today is part of her challenge. She has requested one of the things to be some handmade embellishments. So that's what I'm wanting to try to do today, and I have this baseball card sleeve, and I've just cut, I just have three pockets here. I've seen the other day, I watched a video by Adele Toomey, who is Inky Quill. Sorry, my video went blurry. And she was doing a demonstration using the fuse tool. And I do not have the fuse tool, and the demonstration that Inky Quill was doing, she was making like little handmade embellishments with it. And I wanted to recreate those, and even though I don't have a fuse tool, I've got an idea of how maybe this can, how I can make some, and hopefully so it turns out okay. So that's what I'm going to be working on today. And first I'm just going to cut this down. I don't need this side here. And then for each individual, I'm wanting to make 3 embellishments for her. Cut these in half. Okay, so now I'm left with 3 individual little pockets. Okay, and then, but I'm not wanting to send just this full-size pocket sleeve here. So I'm going to cut them down just a little bit. See if I can do all 3 at once. I'm wanting to cut off, oh, I don't know, maybe an inch and a half here. And to begin with, what I'm wanting to do is make these into shaker pockets. But I'm wanting them to be embellishments with maybe like some fibers hanging off or something of that sort. So I'm wanting to punch a hole here in the corner. But whenever I go and put my sequins and micro beads and stuff like that in here, I don't want them falling out of this hole over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this side so that it opens up so I can get in there. Now that side is open. Do that to all 3 of these. Okay. Now, I'm just going to take a piece of double-sided tape, and I believe, I'm not sure the width on this, but I think it's 1/4. Like 1/4 inch maybe. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to cut a little piece off. I'm going to place it in here kind of at a diagonal so that it stops stuff from falling out. Yeah. So it's going to go right across that line. And when I pull this part off to make it stick down, I've got this little space left up here to punch my hole to hang fibers out of. Okay. And I think right quick, let me just say that I'm also, after I get, when I go to close it back up, I'm going to be having double-sided tape down this edge here, as well as the bottom, so that I can close off my shaker pocket. So I think that's what I'm going to go on ahead and do right quick on this one. And then after I get them, all the tape put on this one so you can kind of see what I'm talking about, I'll probably pause the video and come back. After I've done them, because I don't want this video to be super long. But like I've said in one of my previous videos that I think you'll maybe be watching before this one, is that I'm going to be trying a new situation where whenever I'm making something, I'm going to have one video where I talk you through the process of it pretty much and explain more of what I'm doing, and then another video where I've sped it up and it's on fast forward and maybe with a voiceover or just sped up. So this is what I mean here. I've got the strip along here that's going to close off for me to punch my hole. I've got this strip here that's going to close off the side, and this strip here that's going to close off the bottom after I put my shaker pieces and stuff in here, my sequins and things. So I'm going to go on and pause the video and do the same thing to these two, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got my tape in all of them. And the first thing I'm wanting to do is I'm going to go on ahead and remove the backing on the one from the corner. What I'm wanting to do before I pull the sides or anything off of that. So first I'm going to grab, I've got my Tim Holtz Small Talk stickers. I've got those sitting here. And then on SlimCards, part of her challenge is you can get extra entries, kind of like an extra challenge for it, if you use ribbon. So I've decided to go on and use some ribbon in this. So I've just got this Studio G printed ribbon, and it's for Christmas, but you know, it's got some pretty colors on it. It doesn't necessarily have to be for Christmas. And I bought this probably 3 years ago, so it's time to use some of it up. So I'm just going to cut off a strip of it. And then let's find some words that we would like to use. I think I'm just going to stick with the white stickers. So let's see, this one says make it happen, so that one's a cute little kind of like affirmation type quote. Make it happen. Here is make a difference. And here's one that says stay curious. Okay. So I just got those placed down on my ribbon. And I'm going to cut them out. Just leaving a little bit on each side. Okay. And then I think to make these pop just a bit more, I've also got this craft ribbon, I think from Michael's possibly. I'm not sure, but it's this green, what do you call it, grow green ribbon. Okay. I'm just going to place those on top of the ribbon. And I tried something like this yesterday and it kind of messed up on me. So the best way to get these to adhere down, the best glue that I've found so far that's just going to work and be best for me is hot glue. The other glues I've tried, it didn't really want to stick. I probably just put entirely too much glue on that. We will see. So now that I think about it, I think what I want to do is actually add some more on the back of these, because these are clear, and so you'll see the words on this side, but I want you to kind of be able to see the words on this side as well. So let's go ahead and get our Tim Holtz word stickers back out. Cut another strip of ribbon, best I can. That's pretty good. Okay, then the Make-A-Wish. And Practice Kindness. Okay. Unplug my glue gun because I think I'm done with it for now. Okay. And now I'm going to cut these, and I was thinking about doing a fishtail banner on each one, but I think I'm just gonna snip it like this. That way we know it will be fine. Okay, so now we've got these little double-sided affirmations to go inside of our handmade embellishments. Okay, so now pull one of these back out. I'm not going to stick it down or anything. I'm just going to have it stuck in there. So what we can go on ahead and do now is pull off this side piece here. And I have intentions of adding a border around these, so you're not going to see this yucky double-sided tape type stuff on around all the edges, so it'll look nice in the end. So now we can go on ahead and stick some sequins and beads and stuff down in here. I find that you don't want to add too many, because then they definitely don't even move around, and especially with these thicker pieces in here. So I'm going to stick in just a couple of green, a little bit of white, and just a couple of these like reddish orange pieces. And then I have glass seed beads. I'm just going to put a couple in there. Okay. So now we can pull off our other piece of tape to go in and seal this off. get it to move around a little bit. Okay. It doesn't shake the best because this is a flat area. You know, it's not held up by foam or anything, so there's not any space really in between with your pockets. But it's still pretty. Whether they shake a lot or not, it's still pretty. So this is what we're looking at. Here's this one so far. Here are these two. Okay, and then now I can go and take my hole punch. I'm going to punch, make sure I stay on this side of that double-sided tape. Okay, so what I'm wanting to do is I've got this color block designer paper and it's Carnival. I'm going to pick out a paper that I think goes with it. I think this one is good because it's got the reds and greens, a little bit of blue in it too. I think that's what we'll go with. My back has been hurting lately. I lifted a TV the other day thinking I was He-Woman, and I don't think that I was because my back has been hurting. Okay. So I think I'm going to cut these strips. I'm going to cut these into strips, and I'm going to cut 1-inch strips. I think it's about time to change my blade. It's starting to fray a bit. Okay, I've got my 1-inch strips, and then what I'm wanting to do so that they will just be easier for me to put on my project. I've got my Martha Stewart scoreboard, and I'm going to take my 1-inch strips. Let's see if I've got space here on my table. Okay, and then I'm just going to score them at the 1/2-inch mark. They will be easier for me to fold. I can tell I didn't cut it quite at an inch, or I didn't get it somewhere. We'll see. We'll find out. They're a little crooked in parts, but it'll be okay. I'm going to start scoring them from this side, so it'll just be okay. Let's see how this is going to look first of all. So I'm going to take my double-sided tape, 1/4-inch size, and I'm going to place it on the edges. That way, when we leave it hanging off a bit so it doesn't cover up too much of the embellishment, it will be sticking on the edge. I'm going to do that on both sides. And I'm probably just going to demonstrate this first piece and then pause the video and come back, because this is going to end up taking me a while probably. So going to measure. I only need it to be, whoops. I'm going to cut this part here. Okay. Remove the backing off of my tape. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm back. Pull the tape off. And I'm going to go on ahead and line that up so that tape is covered. Then got a little hanging off here. Now remove the backing off of the other side. Okay, and fold that over. Yeah, it covers it up. So we've got that yucky tape all covered up on both sides. And I'm going to pause the video and go put these strips of paper all around the edges of each one of these, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got them placed all around the edges. So this is how they've turned out so far. Okay, and then what I'm wanting to do is on each of these, you can still see this double-sided tape for where we put it across here to keep our beads in. Try this. Let's see what kind of washi tape. Okay, I've got my heart shaped deal here. See, we've got pink. I'm gonna try to get one of these thin ones. They should work fine. See, I've got these pinks, this teal kind of color. I think this teal matches pretty good. See, we got teal, blue, or green. I think we'll do green because then it'll match the ribbon. Whoops. Knocking stuff over. Okay, so let's find the beginning of this. I wonder how it's going to look. I wonder if we just wrap it around on both sides. Kind of like so. It's okay looking. I kind of like how that looks. And then I can take my hole punch and just re-punch that hole, make sure it's completely open. Okay, so that's what we got so far. And then we could just add our whatever we want to hang out here. Okay, I'm back. So I've got some red and lime green baker's twine. I've got this last strip of this thin ribbon here. I'm not sure what it's called. And then I also have this seam binding that I thought would maybe tie up pretty well. So I'm limited on this piece, so I'm going to go and cut this into 3 pieces. Hopefully that works out. So we'll set these aside. first group of pretty stuff. Hopefully I can get it. I'll try twisting it and then bending. Maybe I can add. So let's go ahead and trim these down a bit. Okay, so what that looks like. And then I think because the seam binding is kind of thick and it didn't do so well. Okay, so I'm back. I've tied them all on. And I think what I found is I've got these, I can pick them up. I've just got these little flat heart buttons, and I've got white, pink, and yellow, and I think that matches pretty well with the paper around the edges. So that is what I'm going to put on here. So I'm going to do this one. I kind of want to cover up this bulkiness. There's that one. I really need to get another glue stick. Hopefully that will stick. Okay, so this is the finished product, final result. There's this one. This one here. And then this